What's going on, y'all? It's day one, and
of course, the one and only King Carr, aka the Bread Man.
And we here to give you guys another great episode of the Golden Mike podcast. Just want to apologize about last Friday. You know, life be lifing, but hey, we here. But I want to talk to you guys about something, you know, and maybe Bread Man can, you know, like add in on this. I don't know, but he got his shit to say. But I want to sit there. Life gets, always remember that you can still smile at the most simplest shit. You know, as far as you get your ass up every day. You go to work, you bust your ass, and you do what you do outside of work to make sure that everything maintaining, you know, stay organized. And it's challenges out here, you know, like people gonna do shit to piss you off. And, you know, if you strong enough to ignore that shit, now every dog has his day. I'm gonna say that every dog has his day. You know, that's another way of me saying more so than likely that even though we strive to always try to do better, it's always gonna be stuff out here that's gonna tick us off pretty much. I'm gonna just be honest. But I say all of that to notify the simple fact that you gotta give yourself a pat on the back through all the shit you've been through in life. Remember all the times if you ever been told or looked down upon as far as people thinking you wasn't gonna be shit, you wasn't gonna make it.
Exactly.
You know, like, and you turned that anger into positive energy and used that to push towards success.
Amen.
You accomplished shit without even really realizing it. You know, surpass what they hope you never could surpass. And there's still a hell of a lot more shit we gotta level up to, you know, so don't get caught up in the victory. But remember, no matter how hard life is, the most simplest thing to remember is that you can still smile, you can still laugh. And I'm gonna go ahead and end that and turn this over to my brother, Bread Man.
Yeah, man, because sometimes in life, brother, I feel like Hulk Hogan. You know, sometimes in life, brother. But on a serious note, man, sometimes in life, the devil be really trying to fuck with you. That's like, they'll never know how many times we had to re-record just this episode. Yes, we missed the episode. That's true. We promised every Friday. But remember, if you check descriptions and stuff, we said, unless life be doing what? Life.
Exactly. Like, not even being funny. You know, I just wanted to say that, you know, like, think about it. If somebody always expected you to respond as soon as you text and they get mad when you don't because you're busy cooking, or if you got kids, you're busy being a parent, or if you're working, you get what I'm saying. So long story short, just to say all that, like, hey, life be lifing, just as he said. Continue.
And that goes for not just adults, even teenagers. Like, no, people need to have a second to put the phone down.
True.
I suffer from this. My kids suffer from this. Hell, my family suffer from this. Always on the phone. There's not enough people out here trying to be active. But that's not to knock anybody. That's just to say it's more to life than social media. It's more to life than worrying about how the fam is going. It's more to life than worrying about your children's future. You got to take care of self. You got to be king or queen of oneself before you can be a overseer of what you have created as your throne. This is true, and that's Words spoken from the bread man himself. Sometimes you gotta be direct. Sometimes you gotta be quiet. But it's never a reason to be loud. That's something I'm trying to change myself. But to be on the phone 24/7, hell, is what they wanted. But sometimes, as a human being, you have to sit back and think, what do you want? The world can wait. Yeah, they say time stops for no man. Time stops for no woman. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. At what point do you decide to put yourself first to make sure that what we were talking about in the last episode, your 3 main goals, become tunnel vision? Where you go from that, brother? Where do you go from there?
Only way to go is up.
Which way is up?
That's funny. Oh shit, yeah, man. From my perspective, like, only way to go is up. Like, it's way too much stuff to know out here for anybody to say, like, oh, I'm the smartest person. Like,
it's impossible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna, like, kick anybody down or anything like that, because, like, hey, at one point in time, we was all ignorant. We didn't know,
Amen.
We was all ignorant. I was too at one point in time before I knew what I know now. So, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna get up here and act like somebody. I always say it, like I'm perfect. Nah, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect, and we're all different for a reason. We all make mistakes for a reason. Iron sharpen iron. We all learn from one another. People do stuff that, you're not supposed to do, and they get to be an example of what you're not supposed to do, what you can do positively to become successful in life, all that stuff. So don't just take it in as something bad. It's always lessons. Even if you lose at something in life, it's not never really necessarily a loss.
No, it's a lesson.
It's a lesson. The only way you're going to see it as a loss is if you didn't learn anything from it. You're missing out. And you never even really lost it. It's still there. You just got to think about it. What did you do to cause yourself to lose? And then next time you come across that problem, try to go about it a different way, positively. And you just may break through.
Man, my brother used to say something when we was working on a truck. I would be trying to move too fast. I'd be thinking too much, and then I end up hitting my head on something or something, and then he'll look at me and say, that was a sense knock.
A sense knock.
What does he mean by that? I didn't understand that until I was off of that truck. What he meant by that is sometimes you gotta slow down and assess the situation. The situation could be very difficult. Hell, it could be like one of them motherfucking EA games. It could be like Madden on motherfucking Hall of Fame, where you about ready to throw a controller into a TV because the computer just computing, as motherfucking Cameron said, computers puting. But on a serious note, man, it could be worse. God will never put anything in front of you that you cannot handle. If you feel like you cannot handle it, he will remove you from said situation whether it's in a tragic way or it's in a blessed way. But at the same time, you have to do the work. It doesn't start or finish at where you close your eyes or you get somewhere by yourself or inside your head and you decide to pray for the Lord to do something for you. That's just the beginning. When you pray for it, you have to go out and you have to actually do it. I'm learning that shit myself. I was on the hamster wheel for so many years doing the same shit over and over. Same shit over and over. Until I seen like, hey man, I'm the only motherfucker on this wheel. Meaning in this life through the lenses as in your eyes. You see this world through your eyes, your lens only. So why go along with the get along? At some point, whether it's early or it's late, you realize I can do something else. Before you say something, my brother, I want to say something that might be confrontational, but I don't give a fuck. Their rules were created to make sure that structure and order is in place. But remember, those rules are man-made rules. The rules you need to go by is the ones that come natural. Those are the ones that are made by God. Like, you shouldn't be touching children. You shouldn't be going into places just putting your hands on people for no reason. You naturally feel that shit. You feel good and bad. You know what I'm saying. Anybody out there knows what I'm saying. You choose to do the dumb shit you do. You have a natural, what it's called, instinct to know what instinctively is good and bad. You choose because that's what this is seeing who's choosing to do dumb shit and seeing who's choosing to do smart shit. That's what it is. And everybody thinks I want to be, like you said, smarter than the next motherfucker, or I want to be better than the next motherfucker. You lost already. Your competition is not the next human fucking being. Your competition isn't anybody on earth. Your competition is yourself.
Basically.
You see this world through your own lens, your eyes. You gotta be a better you. Like I said before, I'm learning this shit. You can be an early bloomer or you can be a late bloomer. I don't give a fuck. All I know is my flowers and my garden is blooming, goddammit.
And, I just want to add on to say, as far as instead of working at a job for 10 years, you can actually go elsewhere and make more money than what you've been making at a job for 10 years. You can be making more than that at an instant start, just with the change. If you go for it, if you're motivated, like you thinking about it, you basically manifesting your reality. You think about it and then you go after it. Thought plus action equals power. It's basically knowledge plus action equals power. So, you think about something long enough and you actually go for it and try and do it, you will succeed. Why is that? Because pretty much your thoughts carry frequency. You get what you give, like the old song said, your thoughts emit a frequency vibration that goes out to the universe and it bounces back. Honestly, the way I see it, depending on how you go about life, may come back ugly, may come back great, but it's all about, what you choose, how you choose to be. Are you going to choose to be a better you the next day, face your demons? Or are you going to be an idiot, as I'm gonna say, and try to be better than the next person. You already got your path in your lane that you got to go down. Why would you try and look at somebody else's path and try and beat them at their own? Like, it don't make sense.
Yeah.
It don't make sense.
Look what happens. Look what happens to the motherfuckers who are quote unquote materialistic. They end up literally spending everything and first priority being materialistic. Look at the motherfuckers who want to be better than thou. They end up either fucked up, locked up, sent up, as in the upper room with Jesus, goddammit. There's no reason to be worried about the next person. There's no reason to be worried about what the fuck your neighbor is doing if your neighbor is not bothering you. Mind your motherfucking business and get your money. Why? Because we've already told y'all in the beginning, nobody wants to commute their fucking community, or should I say police their community, whatever you want to say. Don't nobody want to do the shit. Everybody want to motherfucking make sure that they neighbors or they people ain't doing better than them or ain't trying to steal from them or do some shit, instead of trying to help the next motherfucker or teach the next motherfucker. Like back in the day, like I always fucking say, but don't nobody care about that shit. Everything nowadays is try to trend, and what's that trends? The only thing that fucking trends is negativity.
Facts. And it's sad. Like, why are we doing this to each other? Like, what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
You really gotta ask that. You know, it's no different than someone who can't stand you at work. You know, they come around you and they can't stand you, but they enjoy to come around you just to. I don't get that. If I don't like something, I'm gonna remove myself from the situation.
Bro,
in the area.
You wanted something with that, bro.
Like,
think about that, though. You just said some shit.
Why do they want to come around you if they can't stand you? I know the answer more so than likely. I mean, people gonna have to do their own research on that, but
because that's what they doing, research.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, they
want to know why you act how you act, why you tick, how your brain tick, how it tick, how you move, why you smile so much. As Paul Mooney said, why is he grinning?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Real quick, I'm gonna let Brad Man tell y'all about this exact situation he talking about. We basically speaking on, but he got a better real life storyline than this fuck shit. And I know y'all all dealt with it, but man, go ahead, man. This is bullshit.
You go into your said place of business, and of course, like we've said before, we're talking about the middle class, the 9-to-5ers. You go into your said place of business where you make your revenue, and you have a smile on your face, or you are laughing because you are happy. 9 times out of 10 times out of 10, if it's 100 people in that room, 97 of them is like, why this motherfucker laughing? Why he grinning?
That's diabolical.
How the fuck can he come in here and be happy? It don't matter about what shift you work, how many hours you work. Why the fuck is he happy? Why is he smiling? I wish I could put a forklift fork in his fucking throat.
Exactly what be going through their head, low key though. Like, why are you thinking like that?
Why do you care about what the next person is doing?
Yeah.
Find your happiness.
Yeah, and I we ain't saying this like we care to know this kind of stuff, but you know, like when you
because we don't give a fuck. We'll smack the shit out of you.
When you think personally about this shit though, like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, why? What's the point? Like, is it so they can wear a temporary fake smile at the end of the day, knowing they miserable and ate the fuck up on the inside?
And they just trying to feed off of your frequency.
Yeah, pretty much.
The low vibration, like you say, preach that shit. What's that low vibration shit?
Yeah, they vampiric masculine.
They ain't shit.
Yeah, you got divine masculine, you got vampiric masculine, you got divine feminine, you got vampiric feminine. We all know the sorts. You know, they just using you at the end of the day to get shit up off of you, just to steal your joys, just so they can temporarily smile. They shit, it ain't permanent just because they already ate the fuck up on the inside, you know. And I ain't being negative or nothing. I'm just telling it how it is out here. I know y'all see it when you go to work.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, if you know, you know. That plain and simple. It's crazy, but as I said in the beginning, if you're strong enough to pull past that kind of bullshit in life, hey man, give yourself a pat on the back, men and women. Give yourself a pat on the back, because I know damn well there's been some moments to where y'all could have just laid waste to shit like motherfucking hurricane. That's Mother Nature's lawnmower right
What's
there.
that shit that the one cat said on 300? Slaughter them all!
All of them. No fucks given. But yeah, man, just, you know, like, smile at that. You know, like, that's a little small accomplishment I don't think many people actually look at. You know, it's something to look past, because you know you could have did worse. So, hey, be glad you still continuing on, and you ain't let nobody fuck up your stride.
Yeah, man. And that's true shit from a true warrior. True. That's said before, man. This thing though, man, we wrapping it up, but brother, man, is gonna definitely get y'all hit to something that I feel is a high vibration. Or what's that shit that the hippies say? It's something you can just feel it in, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Just feel the vibes, man. But on a serious note, man, Day One gonna hit y'all with the outro and let y'all know what day are we dropping this shit. It start with an F, end with a Y. What's that shit?
Friday.
Hey, man, go ahead and hit them with that fucking song of the day, bro. Let them know who it's from and let them know where they can find it at, bro.
All right, y'all. We're going to end out this session with a beat producer named Abstract ENT, called the song We Make It Look Easy.
Let's go.
We make it look easy, whole crew moving breezy, talk slick, get squeezy, bro. Ain't nothing fake or cheesy, grind hard, no freebie, oh, no, stay cool when it's steamy, every move be cleanly, bro. We make it look easy, we make it look easy, we make it look easy. Just exposure, camera flash, we steady, no motion blur. Dream so loud, can't mute the words. Let it cut smooth, no need to rehearse. When I drop heat, whole timeline burst. Boys gang in the left chat booth, no fear in my chest. Ain't stress, just finesse, that's how I invest. Team go strong like a combo press. Boys gang, yeah, we never need rest. They say it's all we laugh like bees. We make chaos turn into peace. When the world gets loud, we move with ease. All style, no sweat, that's the art we breathe. We make